Diddy Combs, renowned for his contributions to the music industry and celebrated as one of the most influential figures in hip-hop, now finds his legacy overshadowed by serious and disturbing allegations tied to his infamous freak-off parties. These parties, which he hosted for years, have been described as some of the wildest and most extravagant gatherings in Hollywood's history. For the guests fortunate enough to attend, these events represented the height of celebrity culture and hedonistic indulgence, complete with lavish decorations, exquisite food, high-end alcohol, and the constant presence of Hollywood's elite. Yet beneath this glamorous facade, new details have emerged that suggest the true nature of these parties may have involved something much darker and far more disturbing. An anonymous party planner, who claims to have organized many of these events, recently shared insights into what went on behind closed doors. According to this source, Combs' vision for these parties was nothing short of surreal, going far beyond traditional Hollywood bashes. Every aspect was meticulously designed to create an atmosphere of excess and debauchery. In a recent interview with the New York Post, the planner described how Combs allegedly instructed that every wall and ceiling be lined with mirrors, transforming the spaces into a world of endless reflections, amplifying every angle and every movement. The effect was mesmerizing and intended to create a voyeuristic atmosphere, allowing guests to see themselves and others from every possible perspective. Everywhere you looked, you'd see yourself reflected again and again. The planner stated, explaining how the mirrors added an almost hypnotic dimension to the scene, especially as the party descended into explicit activities. According to the planner, these events were a carefully curated display of indulgence and sensuality, enhanced by the visual trickery of the mirrored environment. The planner further detailed how Combs allegedly hired models to attend his freak-off parties, creating an atmosphere brimming with beautiful people who appeared to mingle effortlessly with the celebrities. However, the planner claimed that these models were, in their view, more than just beautiful faces. They were allegedly sex workers, there to fulfill specific purposes beyond merely adding to the aesthetic. It seemed obvious, at least to me, that they were actually sex workers, the source alleged, though they clarified that their role in organizing the events only covered the mainstream aspects of the gatherings, such as managing logistics, decor, catering, and entertainment. Any arrangements involving escorts, they insisted, were handled by someone else entirely. For those in Hollywood who experienced these parties firsthand, Combs' gatherings were a unique fixture of the celebrity scene. His parties were famous not only for their exclusivity but for the extraordinary lengths to which Combs allegedly went to entertain his guests. Celebrities from all over would attend, including household names like Leonardo DiCaprio, Sarah Jessica Parker, and even his former partner Jennifer Lopez. These glamorous gatherings often coincided with major industry events like the Grammy Awards, the Oscars, and other high-profile occasions, transforming Combs' residences or luxury venues into exclusive experiences that were the talk of Hollywood. All he would ask was, "Is it going to be a great party?" the planner stated, recalling how Combs displayed little concern for the expense. If the answer was yes, he was willing to pay. Yet insiders suggest that the freak-off parties had a different side that only emerged after the mainstream celebrities and A-listers had left. According to the planner, after the main event wrapped up, the atmosphere would shift from a luxurious Hollywood party to a scene of pure decadence. The mirrors, which served as an elegant backdrop during the earlier hours, allegedly took on a different role as the party progressed, amplifying the explicit nature of what went on in the later hours. The planner described how the events would descend into full-blown orgies, with the mirrored walls reflecting every aspect of the debauchery Combs reportedly orchestrated. Everywhere you looked, there would be sex happening. They said, capturing Combs' alleged vision for creating an environment that encouraged complete freedom and indulgence, it was wall-to-wall debauchery. As these allegations come to light, they paint a complex portrait of a man who once held a near mythic status in the entertainment world. Known for his charisma and business acumen, Combs cultivated an image of success and sophistication, balancing his role as a hit-making music producer with a public persona that embodied the excesses of the entertainment industry. For decades, his fans and peers admired him as an icon who had achieved the American dream, rising from humble beginnings to create an empire. But according to these new allegations, the true nature of his freak-off gatherings tells a very different story. Federal authorities have now intervened, launching an extensive investigation into the alleged activities that took place at Combs' events. In September, after a prolonged probe, Combs was formally charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and facilitating prostitution. These charges came on the heels of raids conducted on his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, where investigators reportedly uncovered evidence that suggests the parties were more than just events. They may have been the setting for a range of criminal activities. Items seized during the raids included 3 AR-15 rifles, narcotics, and an astounding 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, items believed to have played a role in Combs' freak-off gatherings. Further fueling the controversy are reports that Combs is allegedly in possession of videotapes documenting sexual encounters with a range of individuals, including A-list celebrities and 2 former child stars. While the existence of these tapes remains unconfirmed, their mere mention has added an additional layer of scandal to an already shocking case. Combs, now 54, has vehemently denied the allegations, pleading not guilty to all charges and maintaining his innocence. His representatives have dismissed the accusations as false, framing the investigation as a misguided attempt to tarnish his legacy. The Planner's account sheds light on Combs' commitment to creating experiences that transcended the ordinary, pushing boundaries in ways that were both innovative and, as the allegations suggest, highly questionable. According to the Planner, Combs' approach to party planning was unparalleled, sparing no expense and drawing in a diverse array of talent to entertain his guests. From gourmet food and top-shelf alcohol to exotic dancers, live acrobats, and even animals, Combs' events were spectacles that few other Hollywood figures could match. Some of these parties reportedly featured exotic animals as part of the entertainment, creating a surreal environment that emphasized the lengths to which Combs allegedly went to impress his attendees. The investigation into Combs' activities has brought a dark undercurrent of his past to the surface, challenging the once revered image he cultivated over years in the public eye. What was once seen as a larger-than-life personality, unafraid of extravagance, is now cast in a much more troubling light. As details continue to emerge, the contrast between the public persona Combs presented and the alleged reality of his private life grows starker. The Planner's revelations paint a vivid picture of a man dedicated to creating memorable, albeit morally and legally questionable, experiences for his guests, and as the legal case unfolds, the public may come to understand the full scope of what occurred within the mirrored walls of Combs' infamous gatherings. As Combs awaits his day in court, his once celebrated legacy hangs in the balance, facing the potential dismantling of his decades-long career. The freak-off parties, once whispered about in the industry as urban legends, are now under intense scrutiny, and the revelations provided by those who claim to have worked behind the scenes bring to light a side of Combs that few in the public could have imagined. These allegations, combined with federal charges and the ongoing investigation, cast a long shadow over a career that was once a symbol of success, creativity, and resilience in the face of adversity.